So the other day I shared my legendary email follow-up sequence for ActiveCampaign. The goal is to create an automation that will do three things. Get my non-paying leads to pay for the $7 challenge, to get my challenge members through the entire challenge and become an affiliate, and to sell my affiliates on Marketers Club and the legendary Blueprint upsell. And I wanted this running completely on autopilot. Now, ActiveCampaign is my email autoresponder of choice, which is why I built my follow-up system on the platform first. Building automations on there is really easy to do, which is why I recommend using it. But I know some of you are using other autoresponders like Aweber, so I wanted to try and see if I could port my follow-up system over to them. It was actually a big challenge to do since Aweber's automation capabilities are much more limited. But after some trial and error, I think I've managed to get something working pretty well. So 2 things before we start. I'm going to first assume that you've installed my free LM Affiliate Extractor Chrome extension. This is going to automatically pull your legendary affiliate reports and push that data to a Google Sheet. And second, if you want to run this, you're going to need a paid Zapier account. Unfortunately, I needed to create a 3-step Zap to get everything working properly, and that requires a paid account. So if we go over here, this is my test Google Sheet that I'm using to test this automation. As you can see, the data is exactly what you get from the leads and members reports from your legendary dashboard. The funnel column here is important because the values you see here are used to determine whether we have a non-paying lead or a paying challenge member. And the other important column that we're going to use is the last challenge they completed. We're going to trigger different Aweber campaigns based on the value here. Okay, let's go over to my Zapier account. And this is the Zap I created to enable our Aweber automation. The first step here is to add the Google Sheets app as my trigger. So whenever a row is added to my spreadsheet or a column is updated, we want this Zap to fire. A row will be added to the spreadsheet whenever we get a new lead or member, and a column can change whenever an affiliate progresses to the next day of the challenge. So if we go into here, we can see that the trigger event I'm using is the new or updated spreadsheet row trigger. Now if we go to the customized spreadsheet row, you can see I put in my spreadsheet and the worksheet of that spreadsheet, and the trigger column is set to any column. So that's all we need to do for this step. The second step of the Zap is to include the Aweber app. And we go in here, you can see I'm using the action event called Find Subscriber. What this step is doing is looking up an existing Aweber subscriber if he exists in my list already. And if he does not, then it will add him as a subscriber. Under the custom subscriber step, under customize subscriber, I'm selecting my Aweber account, the list name that I've created inside of Aweber, which I'm calling LM leads, and then I'm pulling in the email and name fields from the Google Sheet. And then I make sure to check the box here to ensure that I create the subscriber if he does not exist. Then finally, if you go to the third step of the Zap, and I'm choosing the update subscriber action event. If I go down to customize subscriber, again I'm choosing my Aweber account and my LM leads list. So here in this drop down, I'm selecting use a custom value, and the custom value I'm using here is the Aweber subscriber ID that I got from step 2 of the Zap. And then once we get the subscriber, what I'm doing is updating their tags over here. The first tag I'm using is based on the funnel column value from the spreadsheet. So if we look at the spreadsheet again, there are 2 funnel values. So the tag will be lead-10 if they're a non-paying lead, and online business builder challenge if they bought the challenge. For your affiliates that bought the challenge, they're going to have both the lead tag and the online business builder challenge tag, and that's okay. So we go back here. The second tag is based on the last challenge day completed. So if their last challenge day is none, then the tag is gonna be last challenge day completed dash none. If they're on day 3, then it's gonna be last challenge day completed dash 3. So this is the complete Aweber Zap. To summarize what it's doing, we're triggering it whenever a row in my Google Sheet is added or an existing row is updated. And then we're creating or updating a subscriber in my email list and adding tags based on their funnel value and last challenge day value. Now let's go to my Aweber account. We go to messages and then campaigns. We can see I've created 6 different campaigns here, and they're all triggered differently based on the tags that a subscriber has. So let's look at the first campaign, which is the Legendary Leads campaign. I mentioned in the beginning that my first goal is to get my non-paying leads to pay for the $7 challenge. So this is just a 5 email sequence here, and it basically tries to get them to do that. So I'm triggering this campaign when they have the tag lead-10. So if they have this tag, they're going to immediately get this first email right here. And then there are 4 email follow-ups after that. But now take a look at this side right here. This says that if we remove subscribers from this campaign when any of these tags are applied. So if the subscriber gets the online business builder challenge tag, I'm going to remove them from this campaign since I know they've bought the challenge and the emails in the sequence aren't relevant to them anymore. The second campaign is the Legendary Bonus Delivery campaign. This is where I deliver my bonuses to people that have purchased the challenge. Let's take a look at that real quick. It's just a single email that gets triggered when the user gets the online business builder challenge tag. So if they buy the challenge, they will immediately get sent the bonus delivery email. So now let's look at the next campaign, which is this one right here. So when a subscriber first purchases the challenge, their last challenge day will be set to none by default. The goal here is to make sure that our challenge members watch that first challenge video, which will get them started. Hopefully that gives them the momentum to start completing the challenge. So here I have a 2 email sequence that tries to get them started. I'm triggering this campaign when the tag last challenge day none is applied to the subscriber. But the interesting thing is we go over here, we can see I remove them from this campaign if they have any of these tags. So these are the different last challenge day tags, which means they've progressed. They've at least watched 1 day of the challenge, so they should exit from this particular sequence. So the rest of these campaigns work similarly. So if they're on days 1 to 3, I'm trying to get them through to day 3 and make their first call with their business coach. Day 5 is where they've watched the Blueprint Upsell webinar. So this is where I send an email sharing why I would or would not get the upsell. And I tell people about my Blueprint Upsell bonus. And then lastly, when my affiliate has completed the challenge, I send them an email telling them to apply to become an affiliate. And then I give them my offer of helping to vouch for them as an affiliate so then they can get approved more quickly. I strongly recommend that you do the same. And then this is where you'd probably create an extended email sequence. For me, I'm still building this out, but what I'm doing is sharing how they can create their own automated follow-up sequence like I am doing here. And I'm sharing with them how this works and how they can set it up for themselves. Then I'd continue by promoting Marketers Club with different emails and then blueprints with separate emails as well. So that's pretty much it. I've actually created a Google Doc that I'm going to link to that has written instructions on how to set this all up as well. So it goes through all the Zapier stuff and the instructions to set up Aweber. Included are all the campaign share codes, so you can import these emails directly into your own Aweber account. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is that you actually need to email Aweber support if you want them to enable single opt-in via the API, which is what we're doing. So you'll have to answer like 6 different questions to get approval. They're all pretty easy, but it's a required step to do. So that's it. I hope you guys using Aweber find this video useful. You really will earn more affiliate commissions with Legendary if you have a strong follow-up sequence. So I highly recommend that you guys set something like this up.